Hello and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This one right here, is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artist grow their business and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is Thursday, the 16th of February, and it's halfway through, more than halfway through. Wow. I mean, we're getting closer to March, and it's just flying by. It's flying by. So anyways, it's really good to have you. I don't know, my mind just went poof. Today we're going to talk about something that actually is very always on my mind. I mean, it's constantly on my mind. Today we're going to talk about focusing on the correct thing in your business and not worrying about the things that we can't or we shouldn't spend time worrying about. Okay, so basically we're going to talk about what should you be focusing on right now, day in and day out in your business, okay, and not focusing on. I think this is a really important video. I hope people watch to the end because I think this one is going to really hopefully give you a shift in your mindset about how to approach your voiceover business that will allow you to grow not only your business, but grow mentally. All right. Meaning that, I think so many of us struggle. I know I struggle with the mental aspect of the drudgery sometimes, the loneliness, the kind of ambiguity of direction, right? Like it can be really hard in a very isolated type business. So it's important that we create, I think, a theory, an idea, a mindset around our business and what we're trying to actually accomplish. All right, so that was a big opening. I hope you stayed with me already and you're still here. Listen, make sure, we'll take a quick second. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, all right? And also make sure you hit the notification bell. And don't forget to check out A VO's Journey Elite Academy, all right? We're offering 50% off the first month. We'd love to have you, make it... make it a point to go check that out because the community, the courses, but the access to, really helpful people and information to help you with your business grow. It's a great thing. So check it out. Really appreciate it. Okay, so let's dive into this. I want to start by saying that there's, whenever we start a business or no matter what we do, most of the time, like the majority of the time, it's all about the money, getting the job, right? So in voiceover, it's all about getting the job. Did I get the jobs? How much money did I make? When you go to set your goals, we usually set monetary goals. Like I want to make this amount of money, right? I want to make $5,000 a month, or whatever, or $10,000, how much you want to make, right? It's always about that. And we measure our success based on that accomplishment, okay, of that goal. The problem with building your mindset, your theory of how you operate your business around this measurement is it offers you no way to change the outcome or affect the change. All right. And it makes you focus on a number that you have, again, no way to manipulate the difference. So, about 15 years ago, I was working at a bank, and I was hired to do help with like sales, right? To sell accounts and open accounts, etc. And, we had monthly goals, right, of numbers that we had to reach, right? Like you're open X amount of bank accounts. Well, as I looked around at everybody, I remember thinking that, man, this is what an indictment of, of your abilities. Okay. If you didn't reach those goals, right? I mean, you didn't open those accounts, and it was always a competition. It was a heavy, very heavy to get those numbers. So I don't know why I did this, but I set out, because you know me, because I like to tinker. I set out to create something to almost remove that stress, to take that pressure off of my shoulders. Okay. And in turn, everybody else working there, because I was trying to do it for the branch, and put it into something else that I could run, but wasn't, again, a reflection of my success or failure. So what I realized, or what I created, was a different way of thinking about the system that we were doing. So basically what it was is I created a series of actions. And I've talked about the actions before here on the channel a couple times. But I created actions that we had identified that would yield, or at least what we at least could work with, like phone calls, messaging, email or mailing cards, emailing, etc., that would generate business. And what I decided to do was create a system in which the system itself was held responsible for the outcomes. Now, this is nothing new. I mean, I realize if you go and you think about McDonald's, for example, and, the creating of the franchise, right? And those systems that build a franchise, right? That build a successful business. The idea is that anyone can be inserted into running that system. And it's the system itself that is responsible for the success or failure. And if it doesn't work, right, then you, as the person who's running the ship, needs to tweak the system, by either adding or subtracting here or there, or changing something there, or over there, or over here. Like, it was the system itself, not me, that needed to be changed. And so with this, I realized that the actions themselves were more important for me to measure and focus on than the actual outcomes, like the money and the accounts, and in our case, the voiceover jobs. That the system that I built was about measuring the actions that were being inputted into that system to generate the, planned or the predictable outcome, like we kind of talked about yesterday about getting traction in voiceover. And this really is kind of an extension of yesterday, I think. But because of this, it completely changed my mindset and everybody else's mindset in the branch, because it was now all about the actions, the daily actions that was being rewarded or that was being looked upon, because the money, the accounts, in our case is voiceover work and money, is a direct reflection, or it's a direct result, it's a direct result, it's a byproduct of those actions. And the system that we dial into, that we work into, that we've built, right? That system is what we work on daily. And the results, the byproduct, is voiceover jobs and making money. Okay? It liberated me. It really changed my life. I felt like I was off the hook for being a failure. And because I realized that it wasn't, it wasn't about how, just superstar-ish I could be as a salesperson, but it was more about, the actions I was taking to reach people. Was that working? Was that particular part of the system, right, that I was just running, was that working? Okay. And it was either yes or no. It took away from me the feeling that I had to, just produce something out of nowhere, because then every action I took was more about the action, not about the result, which means that you are now measuring, did you complete the action correctly? Not did it yield the result. Does the result matter? Of course it matters. And that is, again, the byproduct of it. And those two do come together at the end, right? Because that's how we determine, right, when we review at the end of the month or the quarter, are the actions that we're taking generating the byproduct, the results that we want, okay, from a financial sense, because this is a business and there needs to be revenue, right? It needs to be fed. But the actions themselves began to be the goal. And I hope I'm getting across this. So what again it does, and for you and your business, what it hopefully can do is that your goal should be to take the actions, like an audition. Was the audition the success you wanted it to be? And the success for the audition should not be the work or getting the job. The success for the audition should be, was I able to record the audition, edit the audition, give my believable archetype delivery, and was I able to do it within X amount of minutes? The parameters you set, was that a success? If it was, bam, great. You measure that, you did it. That was great. If it wasn't, we need to continue working on that to better that system in order to make it happen, whether it's efficiency, whether it's equipment, whether it's our performance. But that is the measure of success, not the outcome, not the voiceover job. I'm not saying the whole point of us to do this is to not do voiceover work, but what I'm saying is that your daily activities should be based on the system that you create for right actions. And those actions and how well you complete those actions should be the measure of success. And the byproduct is the work and money. Okay, I hope I got that across okay. And it's not too confusing, but I'm telling you, it changed my whole life when I looked at it that way, because up till that point, I was always trying to focus so much on the outcome and not on perfecting the system that regulated the actions that I took. And that turned me in my mind just in a whole nother direction. And I think the perfect word is liberation. It really liberated me. And it gave me breathing room. It helped me not be so hard on myself. Does that mean I'm never hard on myself? No, of course I'm hard on myself. But, it was just, and even with my business now, it's the same thing. There are it's so interesting. The measure of success, right, or the growth that a VO's journey has and everything is really based on the right actions that I can take, or the team of people that work together take. If we do those actions well, the byproduct is we grow, right? And it's the same for all of us. I hope this has helped. I hope you've got something. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. You might want to say, I don't know what the heck you said, Anthony, but that's fine too. I apologize. But I just hope that this gives you a different type of thought process. If you want to learn more about how crazy mind I got, check us out at the Academy. But thank you for watching as always, and I hope you have a great Thursday. Take it easy, everybody. All right, goodbye.